Okay, we can go ahead and start. Hopefully the sound's coming through good on both ends. Let me quickly finish launching a couple of things, and then we'll go ahead and change screens. Oh, sorry, just laughing. Technically I have 2 decks for today. I try not to switch decks too much during the qualifiers, though, or the actual like tournament that they do for these. They don't really like you doing that. When you get towards the higher ends, they tend to lock your deck so you can't do switch later on, which normally is for good reason. Because if people could spam decks, obviously, that wouldn't be good. Should we get the go here? I should be on. Hello. Just setting up one more thing and then we'll be good to go. I am concerned YouTube is yelling about audio, but I can hear myself. Oh, I forgot that. That's probably why it's yelling about audio. I guess I removed my monitor from the audio sources. I was wondering what's going on there. No. Honestly. Everybody will be at the spot that I am currently at. When this event starts, it takes your rank in the actual, what is it? Here. And decides that, based off of that, and where to put you in the pre-setup, the champion. I just happened to be in this spot at the time, so I actually already ranked up once, so I was doing a test, the deck. I was at dual level 7, I ranked up to dual level 8. It happened to put me dual level 7. Some people might be higher, some people might get stuck lower because they're newer players. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how it works. For me, by the way, the title and stuff is correct, but when I checked after the streams were done, it told me that the stuff was wrong. So if anybody wants to let me know if what they see for a title, do let me know. I could probably check the channel here. Okay, it is showing the right thing on that end. I don't know about if I can check YouTube easy. I'm gonna have to edit to show this off. So, 45 card deck, no interruption whatsoever. Well, I technically have supers, but this is just mostly to go against other branded people. Which obviously unexpected. Brandon gets support first after what, a year of waiting for it, and which, yes, we've been waiting a year for it to finally show up. And it becomes the #1 deck. This is a match between 3 different decks. Might notice something here. Very, very old deck thrown in here as kind of a negate to things. A shut off. Pretty easy to run, actually. A lot of the newer support for the deck kind of just says, hey, you can't do anything. So obviously the actual boss Zora says you can't do anything. This says you can't target the boss so with spells, which is a lot of the time the problem. Fallen's gonna try targeting, can't do that. Fusion can't target because it's protected from, so although they're just gonna blow it up. So be warned. I don't know how many times I've run into someone that's top decked a perfect like board wipe of spells and then a board wipe of creatures and then got on to combo. Obviously has the Draco Tail package, which seems to be perfect for the Fallen package. I do run Pot of Avarice in this because I found that because I'm running such a mash of creatures and the extra deck seems it looks random, even though it's not. Pot can shuffle things back in and then reset if you get hand trapped over and over again. The only issue I have is the traps here. They're necessary. They're 100% necessary for the Draco Tail stuff. I'm almost tempted to put them to 1 each, though. Because if you get 3 of them in your hand's basically dead. That is the only issue. Obviously, person going first and comboing off for 5 minutes and getting a Omni negate board is an issue because there's no negates in hand. But getting a first turn like this is fine. Normally. This is another issue because this is a once per turn, but this can be just discarded for other things. In this case, I could just bait out any hand traps. If there is any. Crowley is a good fodder. So my best bet probably here, because I am on the Draco Tail stuff at the moment. I can switch it in a sec here. Is probably grab the one of Lula. Get into this. Switch. And then just switch really quickly. No, this thing seems confusing, but we're gonna wait. Go ahead and set the sting. We'll set that. And that ends there. Now, I could have activated on my turn to get the Crowley off, but I'm gonna wait. try to go for the blow up, but they're blowing up. Blah, 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 blah. Are they? Yep, okay, they figured it out. So I didn't even have to do anything. It's just immediately. Oh shit! I can't. So obviously, I think that was one of the more obvious things. Also, I need to fix that, but I'll do it later. Even though the Crowley kind of seemed like he was pointless, just sitting there on the field, kind of hanging out with a bunch of dragons. I could have supered him into his little friend here, which is a negate. So they would have gone to pop something, even the Crowley, and I would have just supered him off, and then I would have had negate for their next thing, and then the dragon would have come back. So, which is nice. Cern, this might be Link. And I lost the flip. Yeah, I'm going second. Okay. I was massively wrong. I did not expect someone to try bringing Rose into this. Also, this is the another issue, getting these things in your hand. I might go cut a couple of them. I guess the same thing with the Fully Virtuous. I don't want them in my hand, like... This might just be a scoop. Yeah. Rose can just go ahead and combo off here, and with this hand, I can't do anything about it. So I think we're just gonna give it to them. Like, I don't mind having one fallen in my hand, but I think having 3 is a problem. And these traps, as nice as they are, getting them in hand is a problem. Massively also. I hate this. Dismantle actually. Why do I have 8 big koalas that I can't dismantle? Also open to these from the 3 packs that are essentially 3 packs from the thing. If you're worried, by the way, the packs from this thing are kind of sucky. Oh, I actually got it. Looks like we have a gold player, a newer player that's gold. They must have worked their way up. Oh, they just put me underneath the Fua. Okay. Not really much I can do about a Fua, unfortunately. And then they drew a Maxi off the top. Yes, I do apologize for the neighbor. Probably gonna be a jackass. Alright, I kind of want to go ahead and turn them off. I'm pretty sure this is a... Sure, I know this is actually who this is. Which is not hard to turn off even through this. So what I want to make sure I don't do is give myself another... I wonder how many cards I can give them. How many cards decide now that they've just drawn? What's nice about her thing is even if they negate it, her ability just discards her anyways. I've yet to use my normal for the turn. So I'm guessing they're probably Synchro. But they could also just be a really ambitious fusion deck. It's one of those, like, I kind of have to hope for the best type of things. I'm guessing Synchro. There's my normal. Let's go cards. Yeah, let's do that. It's a funny thing to play into, I'll give him that. They really saved that until the dragon activated until the end phase. Damn. I mean, go for it. How many cards is that in hand? Oh, is this oh, I got half of their deck. I think I got the wrong half of their deck, but I did get half of their deck. So we want to let them keep going first. Yep. Here we go. Boop. Boop, boop. Do I go for it now? Probably not. Let's do this at the very least. And eat that back to their hand. Slow them down a bit. That's unfortunate. I know. Try the extra deck to do special summon this card, but its effects are negated. So they're returning this to get a slightly less card. Yeah, sure. I think they're trying to find a way around him. Yep. Because he's negating half of their deck at the moment. Yep. We think it's time. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and do this. I'll wait on this one. This one's technically negated anyways. And eat this up. I mean, they're all spellcasters, right? Including the fusions. I have 3 banished cards. Yeah, okay. They're gonna have to use their battle phase to run something over, right? I can't target him because it has protection. Which means they have to choose one of these three. Nope. Okay, that's magical. I'm pretty sure this cannot be destroyed. Okay, so I misread my own card. I just used it again. That one was on me. Can't be destroyed by spell traps. Apparently that thing can just doesn't destroy. Oh, you're not good at it. I'm pretty sure auto's off on this thing. It's gonna ask me every single damn time if I want to do this damn thing. Yep. They're gonna try to get around him by using illusions. Interesting. I think I'm good. They did an interesting combo to try to get around everything. It took, what, ages and ages, but it was an interesting combo to get around the fact that they couldn't use half of their extra deck. I unfortunately picked wrong. Honestly, I should just keep my gut and just pick, yeah, Fusion and Synchro. That seems to be the two most common whenever I pick him. Because if I had done that, I probably would be fine right now. Well, in this scenario, the easiest thing is to bait out. Let's see, what are we doing? We can use that. So, probably you. Two. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. I'm sure you've probably seen this before. Always stack him on the bottom. You should have more than one trigger, right? That grabs 2 cards from the grave. Did they tweak him for the event? Doesn't feel like that. Huh? I didn't click him. He was not clicked when I did What the hell? I was wondering where that second trigger went. And for some reason, he became the second trigger for his thing. But we're gonna go ahead and remove that game, because we have a magical duelist. I have duelist, the actual players' names off. These games, because I have a habit of finding bots very easy through the player name. Bots are terrible at making their own names. And players are terrible at making bots names. So, for my own sanity's sake, I turned them off. But the footage can be looked back at there. It was pretty clear that... And now we're under Max C again. Max C is really, really annoying. Because it basically was like, hey, I have one of this in a 40-something card deck, in an exactly 40 card deck, and I magically got it off the top 5 cards of those 40 cards. Somehow. Magically. Annoying too is this is not quite perfect anymore because of the fact that this dragon's in my hand instead of a 4-drop. I'm probably gonna ditch the dragon. I mean, I can probably still make it work. What's weird is you use those two to make her from the other archetype. So you switch archetypes with this. Grab him. Which then allows you to keep going. This is just giving them so much fodder. I do not like it. I really wanted to keep going there, but I can't give them any more cards. Yeah, they're gonna probably... They can't use it up face down cards, what I'm gonna recall. You do you for a few seconds. Yep. Generic blue eyes. Purposely made overpowered because they want a character's deck from a show from what, 30 years ago now to be overpowered for some reason. This thing's not even good for the light tuner, it's good for the spell. That's all you care about. Yeah, you can get a light tuner, but all you care about is the spell. It's just a spell to spell fodder, essentially. This thing is gonna do its thing. What we want is we want to snag it when they throw another thing down. Yep, go for it. First thing. This. Discard this annoying dragon. I'm gonna have to remember to get rid of that. We're doing this one. This thing. This thing. This thing. Bye-bye. Untargetable, annoying. Yeah, untargetable. I hope you realize that. Unaffected, I should say, which is a lot better, actually. Yep. Oh, they learned. I'm gonna leave the baby in there. What I want to do is I want to get rid of the things that are gonna be annoying in the grave. Like these two. Yeah, there we go. That's what she's for. Okay. So everything is this. In response. They need to destroy their own blue eyes to deal with it. At least I know that I don't have to worry about the deal with blue eyes too much. I hate that the current meta in this game is just blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes, blue eyes. Dragons, dragons, dragons. Now it's guy that's a dragon. That's sad that one of his many harem is dead. Which, I hate to say it, that's kind of true. I do think they're gonna learn the hard way that as long as I have these girls on the field, they can't do anything about this dragon. So, you know. I already used this stuff, right? Oh, they're just using the effect they would have used on the annoying baby. Which makes no sense that the baby would be a link. Honestly, don't care if I piss off Blue Eyes players. I used to play the physical version of... used to play Blue Eyes. An actual Blue Eyes deck, whatever this is. This is just synchro and eventually go into some random boss monster that's not actually a Blue Eyes boss monster. These don't even end up being your final boss monster, they just go into something else. Okay, there we go. Ancient Fairy Dragon, not even the fucking Blue Eyes boss monster. So what did they add? They added Zombie World. All monsters in the field of endurance become zombie monsters. The player contribute zombie monsters instead of zombie monsters. Yeah, that's fine. They can't do anything to this thing because it has its effect active. And I know for a fact that Blue Eyes has no easy way out of it. It's not even affected by that because of the fact that she's on the thing. It's not a zombie. It's funny. You're using my creature to get a thing, huh? Shouldn't I be able to... Oh, because it's not the main phase. I wasn't able to sack it in response. Damn. Monster effect activates? Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's do a spell instead. Let's... I mean... Like... So I just wonder if it was in the graveyard. Oh, one of her is in the graveyard now. So the thing is here is that this stupid thing, when your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, negate the activation. And this is up cards are to release the field. So this is a quick effect, just do it. Monster fell on a trap. So I can do it once per effect type. So I know as soon as I target their things, which I'm going to do this on purpose, by the way, because it forces them to actually negate. There we go. That will negate that. That will negate that. Or that will still go off and hit those because of the chain. Bye-bye. No. Oof. My literal voice just like lagged. Did I play an actual card this turn? I don't know if I played an actual card this turn, but we'll see. I have not. Which means I can waste you. $16.50, huh? Literally above what my thing can hit. That is actually kind of funny. Let's do this. Bonk. Bonk. Without good, this deck can just synchro off. I'm just tempted to just scrap the fusion aspect of it, and then do what they're doing and just go into some random stupid tier. See, not concerned about that. Still trying to wonder, like, how does the Blast deck out this? Like, oh, so they can hit me for a little bit with this. If they can get enough damage through this, then I'm dead. But see, did they use it? They had the negate. They didn't do it. I don't think that you should have that profile pick if you don't use the grave negate. If your plan was to ping me down with creatures slowly for the difference, probably don't think that's a good idea. You mad? That's still not gonna work. I hope you realize that. Oh, you're going after the... I see. They're being smart about it, so they're going after the not him. I mean, that is smart. So I can use her. Should I bring that one back or this one back? Probably that one. And then we should probably eat that, because it's gonna board wipe them. Well, I thought it would board wipe them, but apparently just going back doesn't board wipe them. Boop. Okay, I think... Yeah, I think it's how to do this. There's one, there's two. Okay, so we need to add this one. We can ignore the others for now. Those are basically dead cards at the moment. We're going to use your ability to pop that. Pop. Bunk. I don't think I can fuse because of the zombie world, maybe? Either way, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and run these two into each other. Are they going after my thing again? What are they going after? Excel. I'll just go after that. I do believe this Devourer is the only thing that's keeping me alive at the moment. Which I'm not like sugarcoating or anything like that. It's obviously the only thing that's keeping me alive. They obviously have no way out of it. I need something to blow that up, not... I can blow this up. Okay, the state of prayer is sent from the spells to the graveyard. I see the send it to the graveyard somehow. That was my mistake. I thought it was sent from the field. Yeah, they still can't. You can do a good chunk of damage by hitting those two, but you can't. Can't kill. Yeah, that's not. Oh, what? What in the magical? So he has attack. So the current attack of the opposing monster. Okay, so they had the answer the entire time then. Why didn't they use that earlier if they had it? Awesome enough for finally finding a way past the card that couldn't be targeted with their annoying weird I like to call it a slop deck, but essentially a slop deck. The only thing I can think of for this type of decks is that there's really no thought process with them, now is there? This is gonna be a structure deck, isn't it? Oh no, it's a troll. Of course it is. It's one of the trophies that you can fucking find. I hate these type of decks so much. they're relatively easy to deal with. I mean, I say that. Yep, there we go. Control aspect number one. These decks, what they do is they throw a deck together they know is just going to sit there and be annoying to get past, and then they throw their deck full of negates. Like, I like the game slower, for sure, but this type of shit is one of those type of things that just kind of feels like you're trying to be a jackass to a little too high of an extreme. Keep forgetting to do. Skip. I expected today to find some people that are going to try to stream snipe, even though I am a small streamer because I have the fact that I have the world qualifier thing on my thingy. I'm also going to expect probably some bots or whatever or stuff like that. That's why I streamed earlier today, to hopefully try to bypass some of those issues. Before I forget, I'm removing that damn dragon. Where are you? Yeah, I'm getting rid of that damn thing. It sucks. Oh, what else should I dump out? Yeah, I never really used Sting before, so an old deck of mine, save and return, only used the other two. I never used Sting. Of course, I normally don't use Maxi, so that's probably something I should state now. I normally don't use Maxi personally. I have it in the deck because I got it. I figured why not. I'm not going to dismantle it. It's a one of. And everybody else is going to be using it against me. So. As I was trying to say before, I distracted myself. What the hell is this hand? I can work with this hand. It's a little annoying that this falls in my opening hand, but I can work with it, considering that my opponent's going first. I expected, because of this thing, a lot of bots, which will probably get dealt with before they even get even close to the top of the ranking. I expected a lot of people that are using troll decks to try to get to the top of the ranking because they're not happy with how the current meta is, or some bullshit like that. If you don't like how the current meta is in Master Duel, go play the actual TCG or OCG. They're a lot more balanced. Master Duel is, I can tell you right now, definitely a shit show and a half. It is combining two different styles of meta and trying to balance both of them. There's exclusive cards from one and exclusive cards from another, combining into one massive pool of cards they're trying to keep together without them crashing into each other and making everything break. That's just the fact of it. Like, this is a good example. Like, nobody would be able to do this if you were in the TCG, because I'm pretty sure this one's an OCG. I could be wrong here. You can tell me that if that's in the TCG now. Finally. TCG gets things a lot slower than the OCG, and then Master Duel gets a lot slower than both. I hate that, obviously. There's been times where I wanted to be like, hey, Master Duel, just throw everything in, get everything up to date. But the game would probably die. There would be decks out there that would be comboing you on turn 0 with such a consistency that you wouldn't have to literally force close your game to be able to get the turn 1 die roll. And I'm not saying that the current meta isn't good or bad or however you want to put it. Obviously the current meta is shitty. It is very much shitty. But it's way better than it could be. The thing I'm waiting for is the support from these guys. You do not get this thing that it's attacking on. You can have this one because you already have one on the field. Let them finish their 2 million year thing where they try to think that they're comboing off or something. And then we just on them. I mean, right, every negate under the book. Unfortunately for you, it doesn't prevent me from doing things. It makes it annoying for me to do things. Even if it's banished, it was a hand effect. Oh, but they definitely made things annoying. Annoying enough where I was stuck with a useless Fallen and a useless Crowley. Which I don't think I can come back from, unfortunately. I don't get it. They came. That deck makes no sense to me. Like, they came back from a literal like deck that said screw all XCs, screw all people that try to overlay, and had to fucking ban like 90% of the deck to keep people living, because it was preventing any like actual meta competitive decks that were using XCs at the time, and then come back to and said, oh, this deck that negates all XCs wasn't good enough. Let's go ahead and up the game and make one that negates everything instead. Ah, and now we're dealing with Yubel. Not even the good version of Yubel either. This is the bad version. I'm almost tempted to just throw a single Yubel or a single thing in my deck so I can, a fiend-specific thing in my deck so I can go ahead and super poly off my opponent's stuff whenever they try to Yubel stuff. I think my opponent's playing the bad version because they got this. This is not good. Playing these guys is not good in any Yubel deck. Like, maybe Lord might be good, but that's about it. That's not even a Yubel card, it's just Unchained. Fun fact, if you look at this card here, go to related cards, it goes to this. Unchained, right? Or if you go to Yubel, go to related cards, and then you click this one. Strange, right? But for some reason in the actual deck crafting thing, it does that. It shows the Unchained things. These things. Why? Because they're fiends. They're way too generic. And you give your opponent the ability to go into this, and then go into Fiendsmith on a supposedly Yubel deck. It's not a Yubel deck, it's just a Fiendsmith with extra steps deck. Which is basically all Fiendsmith decks at this point. The sad thing is that Fiendsmith used to be something like you could try to shove into things and have fun with. And then people realized that it was just too easy and too broken. Which is why this bullshit happens now. All they would literally need to do is make it so that the guy, wherever the hell he is, probably back in the extra deck at this point. Change these guys to say late Fiendsmith monsters, not late Fiend monsters, and then they would be balanced. Like, keep your shit in your fucking archetype. Let's see if I can go ahead and... Let's see here. Can I get them to negate this? Yep. Sarah finally decides to do it, or... Oh, nope, I didn't decide to do it. You know, I don't get the bot at all. My Discord bot at all. Sorry, if I sound unenthusiastic, it's because of the fucking deck I'm playing against right now. I was thinking, oh, I was gonna play against Bell. This might actually be fun, and then it's just fucking generic Fiendsmith with Bell cards in the deck. Let's see here. What am I doing? Yeah, let's use him. I think the target. They can go ahead and it's 10 a.m. over there. Yeah, that's fair. Oh my god. Who am I killing? Probably you. Keep that guy at bay. See here, I did 2 cards from hand, so I should be able to target 2 things, right? So the things I actually want to target are you. Because if I target this one, it's going to go ahead and just... Why did it do that again? I definitely didn't target itself. Why does that matter? Let's get you. I summoned for turn. I don't think so. I can special summon. So I can't do that one for some reason, but I can. Let's get rid of that thing. Hand Decker Yield. Should I use this, or should I just hold off with what I got? Like, I mean, if they activate anything on this field, this is negated right now. But if they, this is just gonna say bye-bye field, essentially. So I think I'm pretty much good to go. I can't attack this thing because of the, I have to swing into these damn annoying things. I should have killed this, probably. Probably swing into that one. Yep. That was my fault. I swung into the wrong one. That was an idiot move right there. I will admit that as an idiot move. Also, for your information, Noah, it is 1 in the afternoon for me. I've been at this for how long? About an hour. So I started at about 12. Actually, I have no idea how they got that field spell, but that back row spell, by the way. Considering they never searched it, meaning they would have needed to have had it in hand with all the other comboing that they did, or have drawn it off of something they comboed and I never saw. But Ebel's still good. I would say that right now. Actual Ebel. Well, not the fucking Fiendsmith shit that I just immediately negated and got rid of. Alright. Kashiro. Another fucking problem fucking child that they decided to fucking create. So... bye-bye. I chose 7 because I know exactly what Kashiro does. I have no idea why the Discord thingy never triggered. Unless I think Mi 6 might be broke again. I have a backup bot anyway, so it's fine. Also, oh, great. Is this one of those fucking, like, jank fucking combo decks and they're actually succeeding? Yep, it's just a jank combo deck. So when I activate a card or effect, right? They kind of have to pick now. Are they going to go ahead and negate it? Or are they going to let me have? You sure about this? You're only in the gate currently. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're only in the gate currently, it's about to get destroyed. Let's see here. Let's yeet you. I will take this though. Hi. How about Joe? So here, what am I tossing? Probably you. Wait, I could go ahead and equip to their creature, just probably the smartest choice. Considering it what it does. Never actually used that. Yeah, let's do it. Boop. Do ba-doop. Boop. I really don't get. They put one at 1, the other one at 2, so basically just gave you 3 fusion spells you can use in a deck perfectly. No, I think it's you. So we can do that. So then I'll ask me to do this. And then yeet. Do I have enough damage, by the way? This one. I think I do now. Honestly, like, when it actually goes off correctly, it is definitely crazy. Props to my opponent, by the way, I will say, for my opponent for sitting through this. Like, because it takes a good chunk of time to sit through a deck like this. Blah 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 blah. Alright, they were playing a kind of combo-y deck of their own. It looks like they were trying the one-hit combo and then kind of failed halfway through. So I guess I shouldn't be giving them full props, but this game perfect timing for like free gems for the packs. So we'll be saving these gems, hopefully. University Army. Oh, and it is Link. Flop? Slop? I don't know. Link drop. Damn. Random words that spell slop at the moment. Drop everything from your extra deck and hope like someone doesn't negate the last one, essentially. And just go Ash. Your last card doesn't actually go off. Obviously, we don't have that. Which is good for our opponents. The hell? Spent don't do this to me. And watch them do their thing. No, this is the one that, yeah, quick effect tribute itself to add the two. Okay. I want to do this before they try to do anything, because I'm not going to be able to get anything extra from the deck because of that damn fucking bird. It slows me down, it does not prevent me, which is one of the good things about it. I'm kind of curious why they did that to themselves. Let's see here. Discard the extra. Grab that. Hello. Are you trying to get back things? I think I'll just go ahead and sack him for a negatory. Nope. Which one do I want? Probably that one. Which one do I get? Oh, I got the hook. Nice. Which means I should be relatively safe unless I have another hook on the field. They do. They always seem to. I can't even pot because for some reason, I don't know why I can't pot actually. I have plenty of creatures. It's only 4, damn. I'll come back. I can manage to draw both of those hooks. Brutal. And they got the other one of her. Which is like a one-star combo off the grave. Really, really strange. So strange that they just gave me life, but no, I don't know about that. Also a 1-up, by the way. Alright, who am I to judge for a most likely set hand? Didn't even play it right. Like, damn, they didn't even play it right. I even like Link, and I know this deck better than most Link players do. I'm just saying something. Because so many Link players fumble their own effects. Like... What did I say about a set hand? What's nice is that they're gonna try to target it because of me activating that effect on him, but okay, now that just proves my point. The third damn spike. Look at this. The two are still sitting in there. I mean, I can still use the effect. I hope you realize that, right? Not really gonna matter much. I can just purposely yeet that one down. This feels like the case of someone that has no idea how to use their own deck. And could have comboed off a while ago if they hadn't, like, given themselves these specific cards. Like, they feel like they're just trolling, which is kind of hilarious. Like, there's no thing here showing them showing off. Like, there's the activation. They can go ahead and swing if they want to. I'm not gonna do anything with that. I'll go back. There's the, oh, there is the ad. They actually added that one. Okay. Oh, they're actually doing the actual correct combo this time. I'm sorry. Skyscraper players seem to have, like, special brain cells or something. You could have fucking comboed and fucking won. What the fuck is this? You could. They have so many ways of winning but there's so many ways of winning, and they can't seem to read their own cards. They 99% of the time they lose to the own stupidity of themselves, like their own stupidity. Like I hate to say it, that's 90% of the time they lose to their own stupidity. Like a droll. I'm literally giving them the fact that they could have won ages ago. But instead, they're gonna have to fight through stupid stuff. That's what I mean, like, go through your entire extra deck to do nothing. There's there's a YouTuber that I watched that pointed it out well. And these are his words, not mine even, which is the funny thing. When you're playing this deck, there's literally a 2-card combo with the girl that just got tossed, and I think it's this one. It's one of the spells that I think they used earlier. You literally just use the girl and then use the spell, and then you win, as long as the board is clear. Because then you can keep playing them and playing them on top of each other. They had that set up. And decided not to. I don't know. I don't know what to say. What makes it more annoying is that they have spells that they can use to shuffle things back in their extra deck, making it basically infinite. It's not actually infinite, because eventually they will run out and they can only shuffle back quick plays, which means they can get these things back a couple of times, but they can't get things back infinitely. $200. If they had destroyed it instead of sent it, they would have done way more. Oh, look at that. Here it is. Look at that. I do honestly wonder if you're just hiding in my chat and I'm actually teaching you how to play your own damn deck. It would be funny. Stupid. Like, I will take the defeat. It took the mages to figure out how to actually fucking do it, but I'll take the defeat. Just playing a little bit of qualifiers for a World Cup for Yu-Gi-Oh! Not thinking of that. I can actually jump into the public call on my Discord if anybody wants to join in. Just dealt with someone that was playing a relatively complex deck, and as normal, the person was not paying attention anyway at all to how to actually run the deck. They just kind of went click, click, click. Oh, I played it wrong. Let me try again. Click, click, click. I don't actually need to be a... I am now officially in the call in my Discord, the general call. If you join me, let me know, because I will not be able to see until you do. Great, they have another one of those in hand. Nope, that's my alarm for normal stream time. Hmm. Anyways, how's everybody's day? Radiant Typhoon sitting doing a half combo. I mean, it's technically a combo considering I can't Fallen of Alabast them, so the Fallen's kind of useless in my hand at the moment. Kind of. It's actually a card I want to try, considering that Fallen requires, a lot of the Fallen cards require light or dark. Dark Monster, Fusion, Xe, stuff like that. Speller Dragon, Fallen, Light Monster. So yeah. Dark Light. This one's light or dark in effect. But they're... Oh, and they're just gonna eat my hand, apparently. I don't say that doesn't affect me too much. They tried, but... Take this fusion, super poly would be nice if I had the other guy that, but what I think I might need it now is drop a Draco, and try a super poly a Draco. Huh? My connection failed? Did I just get yeeted off the game in the middle of my stream is still going just fine. Huh. I think my opponent just forced me off of the game. Yeah. Look at my game is still just fine. I think my opponent was just like, you're playing Draco, I'm going to kick you out so I can get a free win. Okay. Yeah, I'm right back into it. I didn't even have an actual issue with my connection. Holy hell. Wait, why do you keep showing up in my hand now? Random phone. Oh, I can only do the Zora starter. Here. Zora might need to be put higher just because of the fact that it can actually, it's a really good starter. I should put Zora up and Splinter down, and you're gonna try to be an asshole, aren't you? I can hate this bird. It's at 2, by the way. It should be at 1 if they want to do what they're supposed to do, which is take the lowest number for everything. Which should make more sense if you think about it. Drop you into the thing. Get you onto the field. So, I could do this one. Normally I would try to get into the 3 champions, which will then get me into another thing. But because they locked me out, I kind of have to stop. Considering that they're using the burb, I'm gonna do my normal tactic here, which is drop the fusion on this and hope that that is what they are. I have my creatures in here, by the way. They are fusion. Okay, that's irrelevant. I mean... Oh, they're Cheerlement this... They're Horus. Cheerlement Horus. That's gonna be annoying. I can't use him because he's in my hand, which is really annoying. And I couldn't discard him because of the fact that he was in my hand. I just I had a super on field. Yep, that's fine. I can use this. That was way annoying to do. this one, right? What are they trying to do here? Because we want to ignore that one, we want to go to this one. I know a weird combo. When I see one, I don't want those cards sitting in their grave. Yep. Oh, only 50. Is it 2 now to get to the next thing? And it's gonna be, because it's to 10. Yep, it was 2 now. Bonus turn. Oh, it's fine. I have her, which should allow me to do this. Which may be necessary. I'm gonna wait. This thing's annoying, but not like the end of the world. Yeah, heck a hand, okay. Yep, still fine. What are we shuffling in? Yep, that guy. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I mean, fair, I guess. Like, hands are just illusions, and these are psychics, so those are pointless. We want to do this one. You already did that. You can only use the effects for once per turn. So they just had the perfect hand then. I mean, they obviously drew one of those. But still, like, no matter which one of those they drew, that was like the perfect hand. They could have been missing the soul or the thing, and that would have been basically perfect. Oh, so this is supposed to be 6. Default 7. I haven't used Dark Magician in ages. Oh, hi, Pot. Let's see if they try something. They don't. Okay. I could have special summoned something. But they have like 3 different types. So there's literally no reason to. That's also a normal monster, so. Okay, go for it. I can't really do much about that, unfortunately. They can. What are we getting? 2 of her, 1 of her, and then 2 traps. Honestly, a pretty shitty top 5, if I would say. Look at the girls, and then. Yeah, they picked the 1 girl. Okay. So if I special summon, it would be up her. Which is not what I want to do. I don't think it's you, but that's fine. Who am I destroying? What's the biggest problem? Probably you. I mean, I've already used the spell, so I. Do. So I need to deal with this thing. Meaning that needs to go there. But that thing can't be destroyed, can it? These annoying illusions can't be literally can't be destroyed unless you use a card to destroy them. So I'll just do that. and end. I don't know which extra deck card it wants me to make. An illusion? They're darks, so I'm guessing a dragon and something. It must be something here. Spellcaster and dragon. So apparently this version of Dark Magician is just pack a hand. Dark Magicians is not good enough. My turn. I mean, Hackahan was praised to be like the downfall of like meta decks. But at least by the few people that I currently were watching, it was supposed to be the downfall. It was meant to be the downfall of meta decks because you could steal things, you could look at the top cards, and then meta decks could just do it better. Which kind of just feels a little sad, honestly. Yeah, it's supposed to taste like lemonade, but damn, it's acting like lemonade. Dry it on my mouth. So. Honestly, not sure. This deck seems obviously as new cards come out because these cards came from Rarity Collection 5, which means Master Duel is Rarity behind. Like, very behind. Like, Chaos Collection's already out, I'm pretty sure. It's coming towards TCG. I don't think it's at TCG yet, or it just released in TCG and I'm not aware of it, but the fact is that as cards from these new stronger sets that they're finally actually trying to put out come out, like stronger and like nicer looking sets come out, things should start balancing themselves again. And this type of deck that I'm currently playing will definitely get outclassed again. And a lot of these like meme decks that people are playing, like, oh, I'm playing an older deck that still somehow keeps up, will get massively outclassed. Let's see here. What can I do? I need to get something off the field, so I should probably do this. You with you. Let's add you. These spindles are in here to thin the deck, obviously, but they're ultimately not necessary if I'm purposely not using the other Fawn, because otherwise I'm not gonna have enough time. I mean, I feel like you can probably make a Exodia deck with this deck at this point. Just like how fast these things go. So I know you use vaccines. Should I do that? And then do this. Which then allows me to go into this. I think it's annoying, but oh, I gotta have to go after it. Could have hit this one for more damage, and just so I can show I can, I'm going to. Oop. the effect of special summon dragons to spellcasters. So they're going to follow desires, banish the top 10 face down, and then draw 2. It's another draw card. Almost obvious. I wouldn't call it obvious. It's similar to the one that I have. It's just a weaker version of actual Pot of Greed. Blah, 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 blah. This is a bronze player. I just realized that. They have the bronze logo around them like they're new. Is that, oh, like, Smart House? Oh, she didn't think so. It's them. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, you gave me a thing to use, so I'm going to use it. Problem with this deck. It's only gonna get worse too, and I guarantee you instead of fixing it, they're gonna go ahead and give you longer timers. Game could prove me wrong, and honestly, I would be glad. Uh-huh. What the hell is this? Oh, it's the Snatch guy. Can't take control of him, because he's untargetable. As long as she's in there anyways. That doesn't work with him, unfortunately. I think they're gonna learn the hard way. I might, unfortunately, oh, they knew. They said they didn't try this one. I get my train back. Who are you going after? Okay, go for it. I'll take the 100. Right, word. You're using the indestructibility of the illusions to try to... Yep. I was spamming too much. I can't like this last too long. So I gotta go ahead and speed run. Doing things. Whee. I'll take the smalls amount. I was doing racing about against like, can I do no damage? I was racing against, can I do it before the timer ran out? There we go. 300. Probably a little bit more with this. Maybe a lot more. 190. Unfortunately, we are maxed on the thing. Oh, we got our more. No, I was hoping we get more for this, but no, we got the shark thing. This seems to be overlapping a little weirdly. I've had a lot of games. If you go in at like really early time and then go back, stay in the game, it will give it to you again because it gives it to you at your time, but then it gives it to you at the actual like game's time for some reason. It's weird. Weird bug. At least it happens to me. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Login thing. We're at 1333. So for the shop thing that we want to get to, at least for today, it's 1600. I'm not going for the high end one, which is getting to 200, 2 ultra rares. I would love to go for this. Little tip for you, by the way. To get that with money, you would need $70. Or you would need to pay 30 plus another 20. So 50 bucks for the cheaper option. You don't want to pay full price. You can also do it this way, probably. So 40 bucks-ish. 45. Yeah, that's about 50 bucks. Still. That's 55 for a little extra. You're still paying about $50 for that, essentially, if you pay it for it with actual money. And they have 2 of them. They knew what they were doing. There's this one down here. And then they have this thing right here, which, again, to get the gems for that, you don't have enough on this one, which means you have to buy another one. So it's, what is it, $26 almost? Just round it up to $30 basically for that one. If you don't do it, so I'm trying to open these really quickly. Legacy box. Because I like to keep this neat. And sometimes you can get some decent things. Like, oh, look at that. Number 2 and slash draw. That's the second slash draw that I've gotten from this. Now that we're above level 10, we want to win 2 duels to get up another rank. Although we can do other side quests to get gems. So getting those 300 shouldn't be too hard. I'm more concerned about the fact that the rest of my apartment building is probably waking up right now. we doing with here? I actually don't know what this is. I have never seen this deck. No, I have. It's not a deck I've seen actually top anything. It's Noble Arms. Not top anything for a while, anyways. Old school Yu-Gi-Oh art. Where instead of trying to focus on woofus, they focus on like details. Ah, it's not actually Noble Arms. It's just fake Noble Arms for Millennium. Nope. Let's let you keep doing your thing. This is a once per turn thing. So I want them to go ahead and do the both. I have 3 cards I can go ahead and dump. Yep. Good. There you go. Good, good, good. There's your temple. Now let me go ahead and have some fun here. But so yeah. And yeah. Let's see here. Who's the problem here? Let's go ahead and negate that one. Hi, Floatsy. I'm in like Discord's call if you want to join, by the way. So what are we doing here? Draw one. Yeah, there you go. So this is going to go ahead and trigger off of my monster effect, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to let them do their thing. Are they having some trouble? I sent one, which means they're sending. Oh. Sus. I thought I was running into a normal version of this deck. But it seems to be a custom, like, combo-ish style. Intriguing. Ah, now I see why. I guess this is they got that card. Wanted to make the deck, realized it wasn't strong enough, and was like, what can I put into this to actually make it strong enough? And then use this engine as like a supplement. Yeah, that seems to be the case. How low they are. One quick burn and they're done for. And you can equip one quick card from your hand or go to the. Ah, interesting. So this just becomes that, essentially. I mean, do they have any negates? Like, is the question. And that is a good reason why. Is that a negate? Let's see here. Considering I got a feeling that they might try something. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I firstly threw something in the grave that That's what I figured. It was literally in the spell zone. Okay. Didn't negate any chance of the spell activating. Yeah. I was so focused on destroying the other engine, the Millennium engine, I didn't even realize that this was actually kind of a semi-decent warrior deck. I haven't seen in Noble Knights be a thing in ages. But hey, good game for them. They actually got past it. Mostly just on my part, 'cause I didn't think Noble Knights was an actual deck at this point. Oh, but blah. Why is it that I decided to go first and I have the Maxi in hand? That kind of just feels a little cruel, honestly. It's like, oh yeah, you have to go first and then you get the thing that you need for going second. I always seem to run. Oh, it's Cool Tune. Okay. This is 100% Cool Tune. Do I even play it? Like, I think I'm just gonna drop Alistair as like a, hey, you probably shouldn't do anything, warning. And pass. I'm not concerned if he dies. What the hell is this? I swore it was Cool too, but they just ended up being some weird other deck again. I am still maxing, you know, so let's see what you're doing. Does any of the creatures in this deck actually have typing? They don't. They don't have the typing I need. They're all fire type, which means I can't even super follow them. Huh? What? Oh, okay, just random deck switch. What? Hey, this has more color types. I'm taking this before something happens. Also, I'm keeping the pot because it'll be a lot easier. Okay, so 4 cards in here. If I kill this thing, I'll have 5. I can get back. At least from the scrape, hopefully. I might need to go ahead and, nope, looks like I have to discard it for this. Never mind. 5/5 pot. Honestly, I think Do I have her in the grave at the moment? No, so that's probably an off-limits choice. I could go ahead and use this just so the next time. I don't know, Lunalight's the ones that just decide to lock you out of the game the most annoying way possible. The deck seems to be pretty consistent, so when something special summon of a specific type, this thing can go ahead and exile the entire field of that type. They'll just hit that creature and then exile. So I'm gonna go ahead and ignore his effect for right now because I only have one. But if I keep trying to dump them, I will hit their field. Yeah, there they go. Little iffy, but so I got a feeling that person was a phone player, by the way. The connection fail made me think that. Oh, and that person probably scooped because they got... Wait, what? I think they got first. Didn't they get to choose? I was gonna say they scooped because they got... They went second. I think they just... Huh? Hey, it's a free 100 gems. I'm not gonna complain. And I am bad at remembering things. We're like way close to getting what we need. Even if we don't... so, nice thing about them adding that there. Even if we don't win things, doing these like small little bits of like playing 30 spells and traps, stuff like that, is going to give us the gems we need now at this point for our goal currently. 3 more games for 50. Yeah, stuff like that. As long as I just don't keep getting DC'd out of the games, I should be good. I'm glad for once that they actually were smart and gave us a decent event with decent gems on top of a mass dump of things that cost like almost a house worth of gems and actual money. Or at least like 2 months of like an apartment for someone. And then if you have people that are trying to get like specific rarities, I've been hearing people trying to get the special rarity of the dragon that I use in here. This guy. Because you can get him in like the highest rarity. Foil, the special foil. And apparently people have spent like $500 just to get one of them. $500 for that. I want to imagine what it would cost to get 3. Oh, hi. How we doing? I don't have a way of doing that. Did you just straight out kill my entire turn by doing that? Oh, no, you did not. Guess what I do? It's not as beautiful as... Guess this thing's negated. But luckily we have a fallen in hand. And ironically using him to get her out. Which then allows for this. Keep the one in hand. Place one on deck. Eat the one. Now this takes so much time to do. I would love to keep going. That's what I mean by this could be just a pure synchro deck if you really wanted it to be. But the way that they really did not want me to do that, I'm going to go ahead and assume it's that. I did that. It won't let me do this now, so I got a feeling I locked myself out of the extra deck somehow. The better thing obviously would have been to have the girl in the grave stew, so I could put another thing on here as a backup. Have the two main current decks, so normally, yep, fusion and synchro, on here. But honestly, I think we're fine. Let's see. Also lucky right now, let's say for that. Let them do their thing. Okay, they're gonna try to do synchro off my stuff. I need to chain stack it. Get rid of her. And get rid of her. One to summon her. And one to summon an alibis. Well, to him. Which kind of forces them into one thing. So if someone tries to alibis here and you have no other way of preventing it, Sword Soul, another alibis, it forces them to go into, yep, there you go, this guy. No, this isn't affected obviously because of the fact that there is things engraved. They want to keep the things in the grave, which makes it useful for me because then I can go ahead and use it. I think these Draco Tail's kind of annoying because like I have spellcasters, I have dragons I can fuse, but for some reason she will never trigger. Why? This is how fusion summon dragon or spellcaster from your decks using figures from your hand and field. Hey, look at that! I have a guy right here that can do that. That could have done that when I was doing the thing. Him and him. Oh, who knows? Maybe it's because of probably because of him. Even though I'm pretty sure my guy here is 8. Right? What is he? He's not actually. Here. Alright, put him on. It's probably been just sticking multiple decks together. Do we just call it and give it to them? I think we just call it and give it to them. They were able to drop it the Alibaz without any turn 2 and eat the stuff. I think currently we're just gonna focus on doing these things. Shouldn't be too hard. I don't know what people are thinking. This is definitely trying to be anti-deck. I don't think they're gonna get what they want. Like, this is just until the end, right? Until the end of the next turn, yeah. I can still do all my things under a banished grave, which is kind of the whole design of why I tweaked this the way I did. I guess they're gonna have to find out. We just can't really use her effect because she'll disappear. Let's see here. Who do I want? I can run into... I think in this case, I'm gonna go into her. So that looks like they're kind of helping me a little bit with this one. So she's negated. Let's toss that on. I have her on field. Let's go ahead and use their on card. And then hard summon this thing, and then so this is sent to the grave for an effective thing. I can go ahead and dump something to the field. So this is still in effect, apparently. How is this gonna... Type an attribute the monster, huh? Go for it. It looks like the... how do I put it? The players that should stop playing the game are starting to show up. The definitely hated universally players are starting to appear out of nowhere. Yeah, it's these type of players, okay. The ones that are like, my 90% of my deck is hand traps, and then 2% of my deck is actual deck. The rest is just bullshit that I kind of throw in because I had nothing else to do. Type of thing. And then I draw the exact same hand every time. The ones that... The simplest way, the ones that put it, when they play in actual paper end up normally cheating. So they play on online versions because if they actually do cheat, they can't get caught. Those type of players. I'm gonna lose it, but its effect should still go off. That's right, that one's the negated one. I totally spaced that. I was kind of annoyed with the obvious, like, terrible players coming out. It's kind of why I tried to start early, because it was like, as soon as like 2 o'clock after comes out, you got the terrible players, and it's like, you got the obvious. What are you doing? Really? I should be able to destroy that. Even if I send it to the grave, it should be able to... I have things that mentioned thing in my extra deck. So even though there's nothing Right, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way, which I didn't want to have to do. Because the thing is somehow immune. Can't be destroyed by battle. This does not make you immune to things. That is not how that works. And there is no other effects that would negate that. So this is useless now because she's gone for. She has disappeared. However, what I can do is summon. Use this and then do. Even though there's a lot of things in the Great Exile, it will still get its effect. And you only have one thing on this, so you can't use the thing to detach. All materials? It just says all materials, really? It's... Okay. I think we're done with this game. That game definitely made me a little angry there. Because my opponent plead like that they were trying to get like some $1 million prize on the line. When in reality you'll probably get like $10 in a couple of packs if you actually win this. I think the actual prize is like 10k, but it's not like worth being hated on by everybody. Yeah, another exact same fucking style of deck. Yeah. Oh no, it's even worse. It's Elf Note swap. So, Elf Note is one of those decks that ends on the most annoying style of end board ever. It's not really a board break per se. It can be destroyed relatively easily. But the problem is that this, for some reason, Baron, which is not actually legal in either TCG or OCG, it might have been unbanned or put to 1 in OCG. I think it was put to 1 in OCG. Is just the go-to for them, which means they just sit there with a negate sitting the entire time, doing this essentially annoying slop stuff, and then go into things that are not even the actual deck. Things like this would be fixed if they just eroded the card. It takes 2 seconds, just errata the damn card. Requires this plus this instead of generic tuner plus thing. But instead, they're gonna go ahead and let people just run around with it. And you saw my opponent scooped there. They didn't scoop because of me, they scoop because they failed their own combo, which is one of the stupidest things that can ever happen, like ever, in one of these type of games. I don't mind people comboing off for like if they have a fun board in the end. Like yeah, you have a big board with big creatures that I have to overcome with another big board of creatures. Yeah, you're comboing off a little bit. It might take a little bit of time, as long as it's not ages, which is kind of an issue with the deck I'm running today. I'm not saying the deck I'm running is perfect, obviously. I purposely put a tweak on this deck to make it more interesting, more fun, obviously easier to break. But if your whole entire thing is to say, screw you, here's the middle finger, then you're not playing a card game, you're just basically trying to make people flip a table. And then thinking people are going to have fun with you after, want to play a game with you after, and that's never going to happen. Like, ever. People always make these, like, assumptions. It's like, oh, what if you... So if you remove Baron, we should remove hand traps. And it's like, no. Baron is a generic, like, staple. The problem is the fact is that things are too generic. When you make things too generic, you have to throw those generic things into actual staple decks. And then staple decks get too powerful because they can have both the generic and the staple. And then all of a sudden, even though you're running a generic deck, one of the actual good decks that has the generic, the deck with both the generic and the staple, in the actual deck thing, is going to outpace because all of a sudden it has double. And then it just keeps colliding because then they need to add more, and then add more, and then add more. So it's adding, instead of banning, adding a limiter would make things 10 times better. A lot of good fun decks have this archetype only. But nowadays, if you see this archetype only, you think, oh, that's going to be a shitty deck compared to this one. What am I adding back? You... Why did it do that again? I can add way more than that back. Baron, up to the number of cards I discard. Sorry, Draco Tail Leon. But for some reason... Yeah, there it goes again. I think people have found a new cheat where they could make you target your own Draco Tail card. Which is so stupid. And they're using it in a World Cup right now. People have found out a cheat, because I did not click my... where is it? I did not click this. Like, someone can go back and clip that, that would be great. I can go back and clip it after anyways. It's going to get clipped one way or another. So if someone could go back and clip it now, that would be great. But no, this you have to physically choose the targets. I clicked only one thing. I think I clicked, what was it? Something in here. I think I clicked her. And then it just ended my thing. There's something going. This has happened twice now, where I've activated Draco Tail Altheon. I click one thing from my pile of like 4 cards or 3 cards that I've sent. The first time I sent 3, this time I sent 4. I click one thing, and then all of a sudden it just ends the card. Without me even clicking anything else, and then he gets sent back with the one card that I clicked. You know, I would call that a bug too, but it's not a new card. It's not. It's not a new bug. It's not a new card. They would have gotten the kinks out of the cards ages ago. That. Fun fact, by the way, my other deck that I have is very similar to this one, except instead of Draco Tail, I'm running Runic, which is a lot worse of a deck to be having inside of it as a combo. Actually pretty perfectly. Alongside everything. The thing about Runic too with this is that I'm not trying to deal damage to you. The Zora engine and the other engine that I have is just there to stall you out so I can go ahead and mess with your deck. Essentially. Because with Runic, they don't care about dealing damage. You're gonna go ahead and affect every single turn nearly. Look at this. That's their effect, okay. So I shouldn't have to worry about it. Wouldn't surprise me, because people have confirmed so many times that there's people that hack this game. I mean, people have sent clips of, like, cards that don't even exist in the game. Yet, like, full arts of things like, it's not even in here. Dark Magician and stuff like that. If someone's found a hack to go ahead and fuck with the Draco Tail version of the game, of the deck. Seriously. all during the end phase. Annoyingly. This thing is gonna eat something. So I want it to eat something that is not going to... Let's see if they can figure it out. If they don't do something about him now... There you go. Good. That's what we want to see. Okay. 3 archetypes right into each other. So I mean, has this Clem activated yet? Probably not. Let's hit... If I hit this, it's gonna blow up the field, right? So let's go ahead and... That one... It's gonna blow up my field, I already know that. What I need is a way to keep going. She'll get... These two will give me the way to keep going. Yeah, I was hoping to negate her. That's why I sent the mini dragon. That's fine. Let's see here. Oh my god. Oh. Hmm. I thought I had this one gated. Huh? A Despian? Damn, you just special summoned my creature. Oh, let's go ahead and eat your Albion. Yeah, sure. I know I can't do anything about the other one. So I don't know why he didn't activate. That definitely triggered the special summon something, and that's a fiend, so even though it's a fiend, that it should have killed the other dragons. So this guy would have survived, but this would have died. It's actually kind of fun. I can go ahead and trigger a monster and return to my hand, so I can get rid of it. Or I can just let it live. Boop. Let's do it this way. And then da, 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 da. Let's do that one. I don't want you using that. Bop. Bop, bop, bop. So they've used those ones. This one needs to go. And where's it going? They're attacking my creature? Is there a plan here? No? Okay. I think they're just trying to get themselves damaged faster. Which I respect that. Not trying to quit, but trying to damage them. Ah, smart. Can I? Oh, it's a spell only. Oh, that's fine. Let's keep him. He's unaffected, so I'm really not worried. Crashing the pretty decent evenly matched. I mean, you kind of set yourself up there. How did they get him back in the grave? What? I know I removed him. Hmm. Okay. I just realized my opponent is running a massive deck. They must be running the, like, older version of the deck. Yeah, they're running the older version. They're running a 50+ card deck. So who are you shuffling back in? I mean, you could shuffle her back in. But that would disable yours as well. Ah, you're fusioning with mine. I think this is really gonna just go down to whose timer goes off first. I mean, I have 50-something seconds. They have like what, probably like about 40 seconds left, like give or take, probably. I mean, they're trying to speed through it, seems. It's like we have someone that actually bought gems to get the cards. What explains why they're using the effects. They're using the older, using the older deck. Okay, so I do have that one. Let's see if they negate. Shocking. They should let through. You gonna go ahead and try exiling this? Are they exiled that? Ah, they're trying to go off for the fallen thing. Is this really should come down to timer? I mean, these two are kind of lost. Yeah. They have another. I use that? I have not used it for turn. Do I even play it? Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna actually do anything. Let's get rid of this thing. I don't know how you're getting rid of him. Unless you're just crashing in. Is that what's going on here? So just gonna crash in. Oh, there are. They're just gonna crash in. Okay. Yeah, they had the damage. Oh, it allowed me to do that. Let's do that. I did not mean to. That's fine, I can go ahead and unfollow the random person that I accidentally followed. Congrats on the random follow. We have enough gems. Oop. Okay. So this is the thing that they bought, by the way, which I'm guessing they use actual money to buy it. At least only one SR, damn. Oh, okay. That's not only one SR. There's a lot of ultra rares here that are in this. If you are hiding right now, you might want to show yourself because we're opening packs. I know how much you guys like laying. I was talking about laying down for someone who has a headache. Opening packs. Why is it always this one? I don't need you. Fusion Deployment's a good card, but it's not good for the archetype. It locks you, which I guess technically a lot of the cards lock you into Fusion, which is weird because they have Synchro stuff now. And of course the card that's not part of the archetype. Weird that they get you cards from other archetypes in the archetype pack. Good. Come on, China. Sorry, I have actually want to use Shining already. Not like shiny, obviously, just silver texted. Really, again? I hate this. Fusion deployments. You are a bane. You can be used for scrap, and that's all that really matters. They don't even guarantee packs on this. It's just I got some like luck, quote unquote, and then I don't think that means anything at this point. Hey, time if we go slow. Oh, okay. Hi. I spoke too soon. I only need one of you, so I'm glad I got you. Close. Useless cards, useless scrappable. Snow's not quite useless, though. So normal much summon you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls takes the face-down defense. Graveyard, you can banish cards to special summon it. So snow is actually quite useful. Yeah, we got the collector file so we can get this thing registered. For some reason, this is a massive collector file. I don't get why they have so many archetypes in one thing. Look at this. 93 out of 194. I didn't even crack the 100 mark out of this thing. Like, Tribrid Showdown. What is their obsession with this thing? Branded Essential Dogma? Dogmatica? I don't know. You can special summon one word from launcher and other cards, but like there's must be like some massive lore that I'm unaware of. Like just a random bike for some reason. Like a base dragon form, non-fusion version of him. Obviously, I already have this one, by the way. It's good. It's really good, but it's way better than just pure spellcaster. When monsters is negated, you can dump it to the field. But because it's already an 8, you can't do anything with it. If it was like a 6 or even a 4, it would be epic. Which is this one apparently. This one. Guiding Quam. Cannot generate that one. How to obtain. Actually, curious. How do you get this one? New Frontier apparently. This is how you get this one. And this version of Alabaz. Which is ironic because you don't need this version to get this one anymore. But I think that's gonna do it for now for stream. We got a decent chunk of the way. Tomorrow is obviously Terraria. As long as, yeah, like, I don't know how much gems you can get from this. I already used a chunk of them, obviously, for the thing, but we can still get a good chunk of gems just by continuously going up with just the pre-qualifiers. If we get in, we can get more. Level 19 is probably where we're gonna want to hit and then just wait. But for now, I want to go ahead and jump off. I will probably still grind off stream so that I can hopefully qualify it before the time's up. It has a pretty relaxed time limit to it, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you're like, oh, I have work or something like that, or I have like things I actually have to do during the day, or I can't be like these people that come on here and are in the middle of the day and bully children, essentially. While they're playing on like Blue Eyes and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. You can obviously come in after like your jobs and stuff and all that fun stuff. Either way, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly jump out of the call that I was in, and for anybody on Twitch, if you guys want to jump into the Discord, you can just do that. Jump into the Discord, you can do that down below. Again, we'll be going ahead and doing some modded Terraria tomorrow with Star. I'm not 100% sure if we will be doing a dual stream with Star on YouTube as well or not. So for the YouTube people, it probably will look like a single person, well, 2 people playing, but no like dual stream thing. So either way though, you guys have a good one. I will both Twitch and YouTube, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.